Please come in, grab a seat near the front. We're pleased to welcome you, and we promise you that you probably won't die.
Alright. 60%.
There's a relative chance that you won't die, but then again, to be fair, there's also a welcome to Night Vale panel at this convention, in a room that may not exist.
I'm looking forward to that.
No one actually knows who's running that panel, by the way, as is appropriate. They're going to walk into the room, however, in their soft, neat crowns and their traditional robes and...
We're starting.
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome to Bad Movies, a discussion. I'm Tom, he's an evil genius white.
And I'm Derek the Bard.
This is Derek the Bard. Okay, let's start with why we like bad movies.
Alright.
Okay, now, I think for some people it might be a cathartic sort of thing, like, maybe people like to kind of look down at other people's failings, but I don't know, to me it's more, I just find bad movies fascinating. Like, it's kind of hard to understand how someone could try really hard and come up with something like this.
Oh, this is beautiful, guys.
Now keep in mind, this is a hired muscle for the mafia in this movie.
We're going to Japan. Oh, you don't have the line about...
Nope.
Oh, okay. So after this, they walk up to them and they're like, "What the fuck, Johnny?" He says, "Oh, you know, this is a genuine samurai sword. Back in the States, this would cost $15,000. But I got it made here for $3,000. I guess all this talk about swords was just making me feel a little happy inside." They've been in Japan for 2 days. Apparently that's long enough to just get yourself a katana made. I find bad movies fascinating because, okay, you look at a movie, and first of all, you see the plot, you see the acting, you see the characters, you see everything that goes into it. And for those movies that work, that's amazing. Everything meshes together. But with a bad movie, what I find fascinating is the way that you don't see it as a single whole. You start seeing it as elements. You start seeing it as, holy shit, this acting is terrible. These sets are amazing, this acting is terrible. Or, holy shit, who did the direction on the photography on this thing? There's a boom mic over there in camera. Cameras are waving around, what the fuck? But it's the people put work into this. People actually, almost no one goes in intending to make a bad movie. They intend to make a movie. People put their heart and soul into this. People put their money into these things. And it's not an inconsiderable amount. There's one bad movie that we're going to talk about. The director, who was also the producer and the writer, put $28,000 into it. He got it from sources he refuses to disclose. I'm guessing someone may be missing organs somewhere. But their heart and soul goes into these things, and yet they're terrible. People go out into this with ambitions, and the film falls apart, and you stop being able to see an immersive experience, and you start seeing individual elements. You see the terrible cinematography, the terrible acting. Incidentally, at the end of this panel, someone's going to have a chance to win a copy of Edison's Death Machine.
This clip right.
This clip is from an independent film called Edison's Death Machine. It is about Edison's machine that, for some reason, makes zombies.
Okay, so let's talk about different types of bad movies. I gotta say, the worst thing a movie can be is boring.
Yeah, there are movies that have amazing premises. So there's one that I got by the Sci-Fi Channel, and that kind of should tell you everything you need to know. It's called Mongolian Death Worms. The premise behind Mongolian Death Worms is that there's an oil refinery in Mongolia.
Okay.
and they accidentally drill into the tomb of Genghis Khan. The tomb of Genghis Khan is protected by giant, poisonous, electric-spitting, man-eating worm monsters.
So it's Tremors on steroids?
Yes, it's based on an actual legend. I have a simple question for you. How the fuck do you make that boring? When I watched this movie, I'm like, what nothing's happening. All these people are doing is talking. They're talking, they're talking, and they're talking, and where's my goddamn worm monster? Tom is 100% right. The worst thing a movie can be is boring.
Like, if it's not boring and it's really stupid and insane, that's the best, honestly.
Yeah, it takes you along for the ride. You see... Yes? Sorry, was there a question?
Yeah, I felt that way about Sharknado.
Yeah, I've heard
I
that.
kind of like Sharknado, but it was sci-fi.
You get a movie that gets these amazing premises and that you can talk about going into people like that. Sounds really cool. That's probably how a lot of these movies actually get funded in the first place. But there's a difference between a bad movie that's bad because it's boring, because things don't happen because things go on for too long, because the actors just have no dramatic voice. And a movie that's bad because it fails in some way, because the actors' performances are flat. I mean, why do we love Arnold Schwarzenegger so much? Because let's be honest, guys, the man can't actually act. No. But we love it because he's so bad at not being able to act. And they give him these lines, and he just goes at them. He's like, I know this line is terrible, but not even doing good Schwarzenegger impression. Put that cookie down now. I know this line is terrible. I'm going to say it anyway. And give it my all.
He's endearing.
He's endearing. And that is what is so interesting about so many of these bad movies is that they're not boring. They're endearing in a way for how terrible they are.
Well, I guess the first type what we were talking about is mainstream blockbusters that just horribly miss the mark.
God, yeah.
I think we gotta bring this up.
There was a slow and steady stream out of the city, as if Long Island or New Jersey were any refuge at this time of crisis.
Oh, this is great. If I'm wrong on this evacuation, they'll split me up on the limited talk.
Didn't we agree that we weren't going to have any sweets until after the election?
Back off, Jane.
Okay.
Can someone dim the lights just a little bit, though, please?
Does anyone recognize the movie?
Godzilla.
You know who these two characters are supposed to be? Yeah,
Why are they the mayors of New York? No, I mean that seriously. If Roland Emmerich wanted to go after Siskel and Ebert, why didn't he just have Godzilla step on them?
Gene Siskel actually said this. I have this exact quote. If you're going to go through the trouble of putting us in a monster movie, why don't you at least take advantage of having the monster eat or squash us?
And it's a really legitimate point. If you want to make, and it's bad because he's trying to make fun of someone. But he's not even really making fun of them. It's just the parody that Roger Ebert is fat. It's the parody that it's just they look like Siskel and Ebert and they're in a movie, whereas they normally talk about movies? Is that the joke? Really? Is that it? Is that all we're getting out? Really? And it's not just that. There are so many other parts of this movie that it's like, in and of itself, this movie could be really good as a serious movie about Godzilla wrecks New York. But the casting for it is the opposite of what you cast for a serious movie about Godzilla destroying New York. And then you just start adding in these lines, adding Siskel and Ebert. Did the mayor of New York really need to be in jail for this? Wouldn't it? A movie can have funny elements to it, certainly. I mean, there is a great history. There's a great basis for comedic sidekicks, for comedic moments to lighten up an otherwise dark film. But it's like so many directors don't understand how you use that. They don't understand where to put in the comedy, where the comedy lightens the tone. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm making a joke here. Why? I don't know. Joke here. Done.
I think another category I want to talk about is unintentional comedy.
It's a specialty.
Oh yes, it is. I love movies where I think the best source of unintentional comedy is where you can tell they just have no sense of irony when they're making it. And some or others are just so bizarre that you can't even tell whether they were trying to be funny or not. Here, let me give you a couple examples here. This is a movie called Kung Fu from Beyond the Grave. Okay, now what you see so far actually kind of makes sense in context. Yeah, in context. The main character here has a book that allows him to control the dead. And so this evil wizard here, he summoned those guys to attack him and said, okay, here, look at this.
How's that gonna come to my aid?
All right.
Can you just say that?
He summoned Dracula with a fistful of American cash.
There's no context for this.
No, there is not.
Dracula doesn't appear in the movie. The movie isn't set in America. American currency is never actually discussed.
And I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be historical too. Like,
Yeah, it's just, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm honestly wondering if this is even a dubbing issue. I mean, to be fair, these papers might actually be representing prayer slips or something like that, and it may just be him summoning a monster and they decide to dub it, or it might actually be that some Chinese writer went, you know what this movie needs? Dracula. And then he turns to somebody, he's like, Tom, how do we summon Dracula?
No, I think it's very obviously Dracula. Like, look at the bad Halloween costume.
Yeah, it's true. But how did we summon Dracula, Tom? How did they summon Dracula in the book? I mean, I know neither of us have actually read Dracula. In fact, Dracula doesn't even exist in. I'm trying to talk as if we were in context of Chinese script writers.
Oh.
Trying to do a little role playing with you here. It's okay.
Wait, let me know when you're done.
Yeah. Tom, I'd like to abort this joke.
Okay. Here's another good example of unintentional comedy.
Oh God.
Yes!
Jay, how about your head? I've been better, but I'll live.
This movie is called Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
And your mouth wires me not Did they need a stunt double for that last time?
If you freeze frame it, you can actually see that it's like a plaster dummy suspended by a cable. You can actually see the cable holding it.
I don't have anything to say about that.
Nothing needs to be said.
No.
Okay, and I guess we gotta talk about the category movies that just everything about it just went horribly wrong from beginning to end.
Everything they are doing is bad.
Derek has a perfect example. Of
Okay, so the clip you're about to see is from a movie called Fable, Teeth of Beasts. I know actually a lot about Fable because I got in contact with the director and he sent me a copy of his book, part of which is about making Fable. Fable was the first movie that he ever directed. It was an idea he'd been shopping around for a really long time, and at the end of the day, it came down to he didn't have the budget that he needed for it. His ideas outstretched his budget. His ideas outstretched his cast acting ability. He decided not to actually have a boom mic operator, so he had his cast do the boom mic work for him. They had to change the stage direction and actual script every time they changed sets, because the sets he thought he was going to get were not actually sets that he got. And he didn't know how to do fight choreography, but he said, fuck it, he's going to do it anyway. He gave it to his editor. He found a guy to edit the movie for him. This guy fucked him around for, I think it was about 6 months, before he bugged him and the guy finally gave him the final cut of the movie, after deleting all of the original footage. So the final cut that exists on the DVD is the only copy of Fable and footage of Fable that exists. So the director couldn't even put together like a proper director's cut of it, and he got ripped off pretty bad. This movie is one of the worst I have ever seen. And I think our clip is of the fight choreography in it.
Yes.
Or you picked, yeah. jump cuts that they did during that fight scene. Apparently this was shot in a couple takes, but they just kind of, the editor decided to mesh his favorite takes together. This is actually emblematic of every single fight scene in the movie. There's a scene where I think our protagonist breaks someone's arm, causing blood to spurt everywhere despite no obvious injury. But it's really dark, so I'm not 100% sure what's actually going on. There are 2 points in the movie where the sound suddenly goes from like a 5 to an 11. And it's at points where characters are screaming. So you just watch this movie and suddenly like, don't. Don't.
What's it called?
Fable, Teeth of Beasts. You may be able to find it on Amazon.
By the way, if you tear this movie to pieces, you have the director's blessing.
The director wants you to do reviews of this movie where you rip it a new one because he hates it. He was really happy to find out that I reviewed it. He's like, yeah, it's spot on. I hate this movie. It's the worst thing I've ever done.
Derek asked his permission to do a screening at a previous con, and the director encouraged people to throw popcorn at the screen.
It's true. You don't like that movie.
When was it made?
Pardon?
When was it made?
2010. Started in 2008, 2010, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Has the director made anything since?
I believe so. I actually haven't tracked most of his other stuff down. I've wanted to be very kind to him since I kind of reviewed it twice.
Next category, I want to talk about bad movies that know they're bad.
Just saying, you can get it on Amazon, or it's
Yep.
American.
Now, some people just set out to make not necessarily terrible movies, but like where they know that it doesn't make sense and they don't care, they just run with it. Everybody here knows who Peter Jackson is, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard of the first few movies that he made?
Eat the Feebles?
Oh yeah? Have you seen the movie Bad Taste?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bastard! Jesus! He's gonna answer! Bastard!
By the way, the premise of this movie is that aliens come to Earth and turn people into fast food. That's what it is.
Where did that come In this movie's defense, I have seen less credible costumes on Doctor Who.
Yes.
What made New Line Cinema look at this man and his CV and go, yep, let's get that guy to make Lord of the Rings, which was deemed unfilmable and has been trying to get off the ground for decades. Yep, that guy.
Because he wore the one ring of power and they looked deep into the unlimited eye of Mordor.
To be fair, this is his very first movie. This is his third movie.
Yo,
I do gotta say, yes! I do gotta say about that clip you showed of Bad Taste. I mean, okay, the special effects bullshit, costumes bullshit. That was actually like really good cinematography though.
Yeah!
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
you want to know why they got him? that's why they got him, because he knows he has, the shoestring budget, can't put together shit, but as far as the actual film work goes, he knows what he's doing.
everyone's first movie is generally going to be crap. And it's a simple fact of life.
M. Night Shyamalan.
He made it crap on purpose, pretty much.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan made like
crap.
2 good movies, and then he made, at some point, Lady in the Water, and well, that was kind of the end of that. But there's a learning curve to directing, and thus it's often funny to look at a great director's early works, because they're so bad, but you're able to say, yep, this is the guy that did X.
Just to set up this scene, this is a zombie movie. The main character's mom comes back from the grave and attacks some people in the graveyard. And The character that you see jump out here is actually the Catholic priest who did the funeral for his mother.
It doesn't.
Evil is amongst us. Stay back, boy. This calls for divine intervention. I didn't ask for the Lord.
No one wrote that line. I kick ass for the Lord, to be shouted in a bad Irish accent, thinking it was Shakespeare. You know, I think your computer is still. I think, yeah, that's better. You know you're making a bad movie. You know that your movie is going to be schlock. You know that your movie is going to be silly. But that's kind of the amazement of it. I mean, Army of Darkness. I don't even need to utter any other words than Army of Darkness. But that's it. That is it right there. If you know the movie you're making is not good. But that's what's wonderful about it.
And I guess the last category I want to talk about, this is extremely rare, but there are a few movies that actually walk the line between good and bad really well. Movies where it's like the special effects will be terrible, sometimes they'll have really terrible acting, like the plot will make no sense, but at the same time you have really interesting and cool characters and really great dialogue, and you really get invested in the characters and like the story. And it's really strange. I can only think of a few that really capture this. We watched a movie called Eyeborgs.
Eyeborg should be one of the worst movies ever. Its premise is that in the wake of the September 11th attacks, America decided to commission robot surveillance drones that look like little eyes with legs that run around and watch people.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Don't we have those in Undercell 4?
Possibly.
Did I see those things in Minority Report?
It gets better. Okay. They cast Adrian Paul in the lead.
Oh.
Duncan MacLeod from the Highlander series. And for absolutely no reason at all, Danny Trejo is in the movie.
Oh, yes!
Just for a scene. He has a whole lead up where he's like this aging revolutionary, where he beats up a bunch of robots with a baseball bat. This movie should suck, it should be terrible, but it's so bad that it's amazing. It's
honestly though, like the way the story is put together is actually really well done.
The whole thing makes sense. I mean, there's even a twist ending to it. It's a bad movie with a legit twist ending that you don't really see coming. It's not shit.
No, it actually, like, a bunch of us watched it. We were all kind of blown away at that. Like, that was actually really good. But it's like, if you actually see the actual the robots in the movie, the special effects is just awful.
They wimped out on the texturing on the CGI.
Oh.
So it kind of looks, it's a little bit better than this, but it kind of looks like they're being followed by characters from Reboot. And there's a whole sequence where they're following this kid around to Bad Religion's 21st Century Digital Boy. I don't know why. But it gets the award as one of the few movies to ever actually incorporate Bad Religion.
I just had that experience in a movie called Grabbers, and the premise.
The Irish one?
Yeah.
That movie is awesome.
The premise is you have to, they're allergic to booze,
Yeah.
Illusion alcohol, so everybody has to be drunk.
They're alien Cthulhuid horrors that land off the side of an isolated Irish island. And so the freshing town cop from the big city who's been moved there because, you know, they suck at politics, has to deal with the town that basically just doesn't care. They don't have much real crime. And now they're being attacked by Squamous horrors from the deep. Except they find out the monsters don't want to eat you if you're drunk. So it's an entire movie where being drunken Irish is how they survive.
Another example, has anyone seen Hawk the Slayer?
Yes.
Someone has.
Wow.
It's
from everywhere else.
have you seen it, Derek?
I actually haven't.
It's kind of a sword and sorcery, like Dungeons and Dragons style movie, and I don't even remember much of the plot. I know that there's like you have a party of 5 characters, and they all have their own weird specialties. Like one of them is like this elf archer who can shoot super fast, and one of them has a magic crossbow, and there's some actually really good dialogue in it. It's really cleverly done the way it's paced and how the characters interact with each other. The story makes no sense. The special effects are hilariously bad. There's one scene where a guy casts a spell or something to burst open this door and they storm a castle, and they literally just threw super balls all over the room, and that was the effect for the spell. It's very obvious.
I actually wanted to add one movie to this list, Sint.
Oh yeah?
Right, we also on the same weekend as we did Iborgs. Sint is a Dutch movie. It translates Saint. It is the greatest zombie Santa Claus movie to ever be created. Only it's not zombie Santa Claus. In the Netherlands, they have St. Nicholas. It happens earlier in December, and it's the Feast of St. Nicholas. And in this story, St. Nicholas was a rogue pirate bishop whose pirate ship was burnt down by the citizens of Amsterdam. And he comes back every St. Nicholas night when the moon is full as a zombie with his crew of zombie pirates. Now, in the whole St. Nicholas myth, he's accompanied by Zwart Pieten, or Black Pete, who are supposed to be his little black slave boys. Yeah, or they were blackened by coal. No. In this, they're zombies who were set on fire, and that's why they're black.
That's a very smart workaround, actually.
And it features the great cop on the edge, whose family was murdered by St. Nicholas years ago, and now he hates Christmas. So there's a scene where he walks up, and there's a Christmas present, or a St. Nicholas present, on his desk. And there's this sudden zoom out shot to him of just like absolute horror thing, and he immediately draws his gun and opens fire in the middle of a police station at the Christmas present on his desk, which proceeds to leak blood out of it. You find out a moment later is red wine.
I actually thought you meant a different movie. You ever see Rare Exports?
Oh,
Don't think so.
Oh, it's this Finnish movie where they
You said Finnish movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
They
other
make up
medium
this-
awesome.
This Santa Claus, and it's this decrepit, terrifying old man who starts like murdering caribou.
Oh yeah, is this the hunting of the St. Nicholas thing?
I maybe. And there's like this little boy who like tries to take in this creepy, terrifying old Santa Claus.
Yes. It's the one where it's Santa. They have like an annual Santa hunt, and that's how we get Santas. They're found in the wilds of like Finland. No, I'm thinking of a different one.
It's a different one. They dig him up and he's like in this big box, and he's like a decrepit old man. And it's so bad, and it's so good. And it's actually really creepy. But there's a lot of old men naked.
That's what our movie needed. More old man naked.
Another movie I'd like to mention is Robot, which is an Indian movie. I believe it's the highest budget Indian movie ever made. It's Tamil, and it's like 3 hours long. And yeah, it's a professor who built a robot version of himself, and it's like, I don't know, it's equal parts cheese and...
It's Bollywood Terminator.
Oh, yes.
Well, they have elements of all kinds of different movies in there.
It is, however, you've probably seen a clip on YouTube where it's dozens upon dozens of this robot stand on top of each other's shoulders, basically, to form a giant robot.
Just making a ball.
There is one actually really awesome scene where he kidnaps this woman and he's on the run from the police, and they've like brought out the army. They've got like 20 cars after him, and he just stops and jumps out, and they're all pointing these assault rifles at him, and he just activates a magnet and sucks all the guns together and just like ranges them all in a row and like locks the triggers together, and he says "Happy Diwali," and fires all of them at once.
This is the equivalent of someone grabbing a shit ton of guns and screaming "Merry Christmas!"
Oh, it does have one really amazing line in it, where he's like in love with the professor's girlfriend who built him, and so he decides he's going to impress her by getting her all kinds of like jewelry and gifts. He goes into this jewelry store and he rings up every single thing in the store, and so like the cashier, you know, this very kind of stereotypically friendly Indian, I guess, shopkeeper. He says, you know, cash, check, or credit card. And he says, gun.
I see you be paid by the ancient and very well respected gun method today. I do not have a way of charging gun purchases, so just take it. I don't want any more holes.
Okay, so what makes a bad movie?
I'd say elements that don't work together. That in a movie, things have to come together, things have to complement each other. Dissonance breaks your immersion into the film. And it makes you see where all the elements of the film are. It makes you see where the lighting is. It makes you see where the camera is. Because ideally you should be seeing the movie as if the camera is you. As if the camera is everything you need to see, or don't need to see. But when you start having these disparate elements, and you start having an actor who's not right for the role, or lines that are just, that no person would say, or the boom mic, the fucking boom mic gets into the shot like it's on the freaking cast. Then you start being pulled out of the movie, and the movie falls apart.
I don't know, I'm kind of at a loss, actually.
A movie is like Lego. And it's like you're building Lego for art purposes. You build this amazing spaceship. It looks great. It's the best spaceship that ever spaceship. But you got that one pink piece in there amidst all the black of it. It's just this one little pink brick. Couldn't find the last black brick. And the whole thing starts coming apart for you. You start going, what did I do? What did you build? It's like, it looks great, but it's a pink piece. The kid just has a little pink piece. And don't just see that it's not a spaceship, it's just a bunch of little plastic blocks that are put together on top of each other. I can respect the amount of time you put into that Lego spaceship. I can respect the effort that you put into it and the thought that went into it, but all I can see is the pink piece. And now it's just Lego. It's not a spaceship anymore, it's just Lego. It is not the sum of its parts, it is just its parts.
You're really taking this metaphor the whole way, I mean.
I'm sorry, I've seen the Lego movie twice in the past month.
It's good.
I went to see it once on my own, and then he and Big Mike dragged me along to see it again. To be fair, it was just for the looks on their faces in the last third of the film.
So when you say a bad movie is one where you can't suspend your disbelief?
Yeah, a bad movie is where you can't suspend your disbelief, and where there are things in it that there's something in there that either keeps you from enjoying it, or that keeps you from seeing it as an immersive experience.
Yeah, something that keeps you from being engrossed in the story.
Yeah, and you'll hear critics talk about that a lot as well. That there's that, you're watching a movie, and it might be a funny movie. It might be a bad movie that even you're enjoying, and then suddenly someone's in it that shouldn't be. I was watching Doug's review of Good Burger the other day.
Oh god.
And it's yeah, and he's just talking about it's like, wait a minute, go back. Hey Pagoda, what are you doing here? You were in Godfather. You're too good for this movie.
He wandered on the set.
Yeah, exactly. I that's kind of what it is, though. It's like you see something, you hear something. You're like, wait a minute. This actor's delivering this really serious speech. This is great. Wait, did he just fart? The look on his face. Oh God! Now everyone else in the take suddenly realizes it. You can see it on their faces. They're trying to hold it in. Why did they use this take?
This is a real example.
No, sadly not.
I may have watched Good Burger about 200 times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
I started.
When I was a kid.
I caught some black for it. I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, and it was great. I was really enjoying myself, and then they did Hooked on a Feeling at the end of it.
That was awesome. That was the best part.
Why did they put that there? Should have done that when he was rating the friggin' 2. But
Well, see, that makes me think of Losers when you say that there. The scene where they're hosing down Evans and he's running through the office and it's like, don't stop believing.
there is nothing wrong with The Losers. That movie was awesome.
Yes.
It was bad, but it was bad, but it was awesome.
It was the moment Jeff
All-time
Beaver
favorite.
poured the hell out of everything.
Yeah, and that's it. You don't have to not enjoy a bad movie. In fact, there's so much, a lot of us panels tell you why we enjoy them so much. It's why we enjoy looking at these things which they're failures. There's something in them that failed, but it makes it enjoyable. And it's not just looking at it and going, big screen director, big budget guy, we're little guys and we're just gonna laugh because we fucked up. No, it's something about that even makes it better on some level, that makes it more approachable.
I honestly think some of my favorite movies are bad movies. I think I legitimately like a lot of bad movies better than good movies.
Let's see here on this list. I just want to. I've actually watched Jingle All the Way at this point.
Yep.
That may be the greatest Christmas movie ever made. It gets everything terrible, but it's somehow perfect.
Like Sinbad?
And it is Sinbad's greatest hour. Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters we have on this list. It's so. Nothing about that movie makes sense, and yet everything about it is
The character
perfect.
designs are beautiful. It was probably the funniest thing I'd seen all year.
Oh yeah, I'm convinced that movie's actually about Warhammer Fantasy. They're Empire Witch Hunters.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense at that
Like,
point.
honestly, I think that they should have added a meta layer to the plot where it's actually a bunch of kids playing Warhammer.
It would have made so much sense. We've got I'm just moving to the bad movie recommendations.
Oh yeah, sure.
Warlock 2 is on here. I don't know how many of you have actually seen the original movie Warlock with Julian Sands. One, Julian Sands may be one of the greatest actors Hollywood has ever produced. 2, Warlock 2 features a scene of him in a little Midwestern town walking down invisible steps.
Is it not about Warlocks and it's not a sequel?
Well, here's the funny thing about Warlock is that the Warlock franchise, technically every movie, even though it has Julian Sands,
5 minutes.
Julian Sands is playing a different Warlock. Walking down invisible stairs, every time he takes a step, a gong rings. And he gets to the bottom of the ground, and there are a couple of druids there with shotguns, because there are druids in this movie. He points his fingers like this. Every time he clicks his thumb, a gunshot goes off, and the druids are shot. He raises his finger to his lips and blows the smoke off of it. Holy shit, that was amazing!
Okay,
Moved on to Saints?
Troll 2.
Oh,
I don't need to say anything else.
Troll 2, or the Norwegian movie Troll Hunter.
Yes.
There's a scene where the guy just runs to the forest, Troll! How is that not an animated GIF that shows up everywhere on the internet? Do people not know about this scene or this movie? Yes.
Have you ever seen A Talking Cat?
Yes.
Talking
I have.
It's A Talking Cat. It's the worst movie of all time.
Derek, I'll subject to it one day.
The guy in the back. Sorry, we're just 5 minutes and we're kind of going late.
The movie Birdemic, would you say that that's a bad example of how to make a bad movie or a good example of how to make a terrible movie?
I don't even understand.
If you're setting out to make a movie that is going to fail, you can. All you need to do is watch Birdemic The Room and Fable Take the Beast, because Fable Take the Beast is to fantasy what Birdemic was to whatever the fuck genre Birdemic was trying to be, and The Room is to drama.
Romance.
Well, the one thing I gotta say about Birdemic is that like you can look at The Room, you can look at all the classics like the Peter Jackson one, and then you see Birdemic, and it's like he was trying to make a bad movie, he couldn't even do that right.
But that's the weird thing, because you see this guy in interviews, he's insane. He thinks he's making legitimate movies.
Have you seen the Best Worst movie?
Yes.
The director of Troll 2 thinks he's making a good movie.
Yes!
Well, you guys are doing the panel for us now, and we actually encourage this and enjoy it. Continue.
I'm going to throw in a recommendation to the movie Rubber.
Yes!
I think it's about a killer tire with psychic powers.
The manifest is random explosions.
You see, this movie goes beyond just knowing that they're making a bad movie. They straight up comment on how bad the movie is throughout the movie, and it's really bizarre. I think sometimes they kind of stretch that a bit much, but overall it's really bizarre, and that makes it really entertaining.
Rorschach.
Yes. Has anybody seen The Lost Skeleton of Cadabra?
Yes! Yeah. Okay. I actually was going to talk about parodies and tributes of bad movies. I've got a list of them.
Slither?
Oh, Slither.
Slither's an awesome.
Really.
I'm Bill Murray.
Oh, Slither.
Slither's like supposed to be a bad movie about a bad movie.
Yeah, it is. There's a bad movie that I forget the name of that it's actually based on. And then they just stuck Nathan Fillion in it, and at that point it became awesome.
Magic.
Because there is nothing I will ever see Nathan Fillion in these days and not immediately believe that he's just Malcolm Reynolds pretending to be someone else. I watched an episode of Castle, and it's like, it's obvious this person is telekinesis. And you can see his mental thought process going, damn it, I know telekinesis exists. River Tam totally has psychic powers, but I can't say anything or I'll blow my cover. And I'm apparently about to get married. Which would make a lot more sense if you, Derek the Bard, the viewer, had actually watched any other episode of Castle before.
Have you seen the one where he wears the outfit?
Yeah.
No. I'm not sure if I was clear enough. I've only ever actually watched one episode of Castle, and that was it.
There's an episode where he actually dresses up like Malcolm Reynolds.
Oh no, I have seen the YouTube clip where he's like, I'm a space cowboy.
Yeah, they don't count in space. Besides, didn't you wear that like 5 years ago?
It's time to let it go.
The Lost Skeleton of Cadabra was mentioned. Another movie in the same vein that not a lot of people know about is, I believe it's a Canadian-made movie called Top of the Food Chain. It also goes by the title just Invasion, but it is incredibly strange and very funny. It's kind of a parody of these like 1950s B-movie sci-fi movies, but it's so dead on that half of the time you can't even tell that it's supposed to be funny. It's hilarious, but it's so perfect. Like you have all kinds of lines delivered in perfect deadpan, like from the bite marks. I'd say that the creature has anywhere between 200 and 202 teeth, but I can't be more specific than that.
We got a last point on here is bad movie things that bad movie to avoid, and
anything by Asylum.
I disagree.
Oh yeah?
If you watch my show, I've reviewed 2 Asylum movies before, and to be fair, my wife has actually seen me watch both of them, because she was there, and apparently all I did was scream, "What?" over and over again while watching them, and I apparently almost punched the TV out when I watched Sherlock Holmes. But the Asylum occasionally produces a film that enters into it's so terrible, like everything about it is wrong. But you can't stop looking at it. It's a cinematic car accident.
I'm going to need examples here.
Sherlock Holmes, Princess of Mars. Both movies that I hate. You can watch my show.
Wait, Sherlock Holmes, is that the one with the dinosaur?
Yep.
It's a robot dinosaur. There is also a robot kraken and a robot dragon. And he's not Iron Man. I firmly hold that they were ripping off the Canadian show Sanctuary with that one. Because John Watson, in that show, wears an exoskeleton and is a super genius.
Are you sure you're not thinking Sherlock Holmes?
No, I'm talking about Sanctuary. John Watson is one of the original members of the Sanctuary organization. He shows up for a couple episodes, I think it's like season 1.
I do overall want to caution against anything made by Asylum because they will sink you, they will pull you in with some really absurd premises, but then if you actually watch it, it's like 20 minutes of ridiculousness padded out to an hour and a half, and it just drags.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't read some kid Sherlock fanfiction?
No. You can actually look it up. It's on Netflix. Sanctuary. It features Amanda Tapping from Stargate.
Yeah,
it's actually really good.
Oh, that show.
Have you ever seen the 1313 movies? No? Nobody?
No.
They're a bunch of essentially gay horror movies, but the same guy who did A Talking Cat, and they're legitimately the worst thing of all time. There's like Hercules.
Wait a minute. Is this the thing that's on Netflix? Where all I see is the 1313 thing. Where all I see is like I'll be flipping through the horror queue and it's like a whole bunch of men with their shirts off.
Yeah, probably.
Are these David Dakota movies?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
They're terrible and they're beautiful.
Yeah, that's the other thing you need to know about A Talking Cat is that I wasn't even going to tell you that part. Apparently, the director did softcore gay porn and reused the same sets for A Talking Cat.
And we need to get rid of this movie, Tom. I don't think we ever
do this.
There's a time-honored tradition. What number am I thinking of?
12.
6.
69.
45.
14.
You're not actually thinking of a number.
30.
5.
50,000.
0.
Wait, who said 51?
I heard 50,000.
I said 50,000.
I'll say 51.
I'll say
51. Fine. You came up with the idea of saying it first. You're up. Congratulations. You have won the Hunger Games.
Yay!
Actually, this person threw out some really awesome suggestions. So
It's true.
I think you deserve
You do actually deserve Edison Death Machine. Well, I might say you deserve. Yeah. Okay. Prepare to have Edison Death. Prepare to have Edison Death Machine inflicted upon your soul. You will never not be able to not talk about this movie. It is terrible. It is terrible on so many levels that I, in fact, must caution you against watching this movie, except in the company of your doctor after being checked by your doctor thoroughly, and possibly a couple of nurses. I think that's all the medical advisories I can give on watching this movie. It's really bad.
If you can find a scene in this movie that doesn't amaze you at how bad it is, let us know.
I'm so excited. I can make my roommates watch it and not tell them beforehand.
I don't know what your name is. Come on down.
Thank you!
We are. I'm out.